Good evening, everyone. TMA Sunday Night Live. You choose the topics. We will discuss them. There's a big shout out as ever to Darren the Canadian, Dino the Turk, and my fellow City fan, the man, the myth, the legend, Dino. You all right, boys?
Indeed.
It's very nice. It's very nice. Right, so season review time. Obviously, get any topics related to that or anything else you want to you think we should discuss. You know, what your future predictions, everything like that, and we will discuss it. Like I say, big shout out as always to the Watford Football Club Former Players Club, funded by Pricey and Watford's favourite son, Luther Blissett. Head on over to facebook.com/TMA4Community. Right, I won't play the intro because we'll jazz it up this week. I'll just go straight in with it. Mr. Sam, the gorgeous man that is Samuel Steadman, the legend. He goes, he said, topic of conversation. Right, he says, and obviously everyone butt in as well and pop up your thoughts on this. He goes, I generally think Tom Cleverley will do extremely well. Is the potential. He knows the dressing room, knows the game and the staff. Think we will be up there come the end of April next year. Also, massive laugh out loud to the Scum, who were pretty much relegated. So that's good times all round. And on a serious note, just 1 year from Andy Rankin's passing as well. Watford legendary goalkeeper in the 70s. So obviously, year on anniversary thoughts for Mr. Rankin's friends and family. On his 1 year anniversary of his passing. So that's Watford legend Andy Rankin. Absolutely amazing keeper. Definitely in my top five anyway. Right, okay, yeah. So Dan, I'll get you first in, mate. So I mean, Sam's pretty confident. Obviously, we'll do season review as well, but he's pretty confident with TC. Knows around the club, etc., and he believes we'll be up there come April next year, mate.
Yeah. I think that's a fair shout. I'm really looking forward to next season. I think, cynics might point to the fact that the Pozos couldn't afford to maybe shell out for a manager from a different club or whatever, but Cleverley comes in with the experience, knows the philosophy of the club and the academy too. I can see him bringing more youngsters through. I think this is, for the last 5 years, we've been talking about a club needing a reset, and I think this is it now. I think this summer will be a complete reset. There's rumours of who Klebs is looking at to bring in as like an assistant, which would be great. Have a wise old head with him. But I think it's going to be really good. I can see us finishing top 8. I really can. And I know that kind of sounds stupid in the sense that transfers haven't even started or anything yet. So we don't know what the starting 11 will be like in August, but I just feel there's a real optimism about the club. I think I've said it before, I think we've uncovered a little bit of a gem. I really do. So well happy. And can't wait for August, to be honest with you. One question on that. Yeah. Completely different, but you guys have a better hearing on me on that. Kelme is still going to be the kit providers next year. I haven't seen anything on next year.
Yeah. They are? So. As far as I know, they are.
Yeah. The deal got extended for a couple more years, I believe, because Pidge, someone posted something on Facebook and you jumped straight on at them.
Yeah.
Saying there's nothing wrong with the Kelme kits, so swallow your pride and go and buy one. I think you said to somebody.
Yeah, in polite. I was very polite when I can't really say don't go and buy them because I've pretty much got the full set this year. So if anyone's got an advert for buying Kelme kits,
no, they make really nice gear. I've got a few shirts. I think they're really nice actually. So I'm glad to hear that. But back to the question. I think a lot of confidence in Tom. I think we will have a very good year. Really do. looking forward to a nice summer break and then getting back at it in August. How about Dino with the holy light above his head?
It's very holy, isn't it?
Yeah, the president gave me a window today. That's why. So, yeah, with Cleverley, you know, we've had you know, all this experience and that lot. We've had other managers that got a hell of a lot more experience, so I can't really say that with him. Gonna back him to the hills. I really, you know, he looks like he's getting there with them, don't he? But it is going to depend on the transfers. He really has got ahead to this squad, and I mean, majorly. I'll be glad if when he, you know, gives a few youngsters a chance. We do need to go that way. We've said that before. We've got to rebuild, but it's just, I'm afraid he's only going to have 10 games. That's the problem. If he ain't doing well in them 10 games, it's going to be another knock at the door, I'm afraid. That's how bad this club is. He's got to be, I don't know. He's got to be in the top 10 within them top games. I know we should be able to do that, but it's going to be tough for him. We need to hit the ground running. We got to make the home ground a fortress now. We've got to turn that around, really, haven't we? Our away form wasn't too bad. Keeping clean sheets, he's getting that right. We've just really got to find a way of scoring. Well, it's obvious now. We really have got to find a way of scoring more goals. We've got to turn that around. Got to get a partnership. And, yeah, basically go from there. I wish him all the best. I really do believe he could do it. Like Darren said, he understands the club. He's played for us. He knows what the fans want. It's all good saying that. You've got to deliver. But I do believe he's the right man, and I hope we give him a few years. And I kind of go with Darren there. We need to finish in the top 10, maybe not get promoted again, but we need one hell of a lot of improvement to what we finished this season, because that was shocking in the end to finish that low down. I admit we said mid-table, but we finished even below that. So, yeah, it was quite a piss-poor season, really, to be honest with you. So, top 10 is doable. That'll be a good season if we get that. And playoffs, well, that'd be marvellous. That'd be a spectacular season if we can get us up to there. But I wish Cleverley all the best, and he's going to be busy now with transfers. Let's hope, because he needs to add and get rid of a few, and let's see from there. So I'll pass it over to Moves.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, this has been another season to forget, unfortunately. I actually saw Sam this afternoon up at Hemel Town for the charity football day. And he come over and said to me, he said, "How would you rate this season?" I said, "It's no more than a 6 out of 10. Literally, at the start of the season, it was probably looking a bit higher, but us being us, decided to fart arse around and be a bunch of idiots again and not play football and sack the manager and everything else. And the kitchen sink was even thrown in for good. That was just for good cause. Yes, Halsey, we did finish above QPR. That was probably only the positive thing. Actually, Scum getting relegated as well. That was another positive. But no, it has been a very, very, very poor season again. Anything by Oasis, Halsey will do. Anything, you know, in honour of City. Blue Moon.
I'm trying to pull on.
Yeah, like I was saying, the start of the season, there was so much promise. Let's be honest, you know, thrashing QPR like we did on the opening day. Cheers, mate. I knew you'd do it. You know, that sort of sense some optimism. And I think it's something that we've all talked about a lot in the last few months. How we got to like the midpoint around, what was it, late October, November, going into December, we were flying, and then somehow, and I don't understand how and why, but soon after that, we absolutely fell apart, and I just do not understand why. I'd love for someone to come clean and say exactly what's gone on, because it's one thing I said to Sam today up at Hemel. I said, isn't it strange that normally when we sack a manager, there is there's normally somebody who's prepared to go and speak out and say what was really going on. Now, this time, that actually has not happened. I don't know why. I don't know if the players were told keep your mouth shut and go and get back and go and get on with the football. But it does, it does seem strange. But I'd like to think under Klebs we're going to try and do something like Darren said. We don't know who's coming in. We all know Asprey is going. I think that's pretty much odds on. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who is in the 11 come the opening day next season, whatever day that turns out to be with this new Sky deal, because God knows what day we're going to kick off. But yeah, it's been another. I can honestly say it's been another very frustrating season, and I've got to be honest, I didn't enjoy it at times. There was a lot of times where I was just thinking, I'm just going to go for the social part of it, just go and see people and have a drink and have a laugh. You know, the football was terrible. Stuart, I'm hoping that that's not right. I'm hoping we actually just get a bit higher next season. Let's try and get back into the top half next season. And I think personally, I think Cleverley will use some of his contacts. And I even said this afternoon, and I'll say it now, I believe we will see at least one player from Manchester United come on loan. Not one of the big names. Let's scrap that straight away. But I reckon we'll get a Manchester United youngster who they believe in, who Manchester United believe in, and who's probably been knocking on the door of the first team and can't get in, is probably going to get told you need to go and get some experience. So I think that will be something that will happen. But yeah, as for the rest of it, God, who stays and who goes and who comes in, and I don't even want to predict that right now. It's just too much to call. There's too much sorting out that needs doing. So, but yeah, another frustrating season. Thank you for someone who said I thought 6 out of 10 was generous. That's me being as generous as me going to give £5 to a Luton fan. Not going to happen.
Yeah. Big names. Big names United are crapping off. How poor must the reserves be? First player I could see coming is Harry Mass from United. If we're going to get anyone, I think Mass it'd be perfect for him. He knows the club. We need a left back because we certainly ain't going to get old matey boy back. Oh, fucking hell! Lewis is crap.
Jamal Lewis won't come back.
No, thank God. I mean, how is he getting a Newcastle? Realistically, getting a Newcastle side if he struggles getting a bloody Watford side? Really, no. But look, my assessment of the season. You know, I said this for a number of months that the start of the season when we smashed QPR, okay, first game of the season, and all that sort of optimism sort of parried off a little bit, shall we say? But that's how Val wanted to play. Problem is though, the players either didn't buy into what he was doing, or they just couldn't play that way. He just couldn't play that way, and that's how we liked. That's how we played at Barnsley. The way we played against QPR, free flowing, attacking, pressing, quick movement. I know a lot of teams show a spark in the first few games and dither off. Technically, what we did, we had that mini run, shall we say, where we did get in near contention, about 3 points away from playoffs. And I know Darren turned up to the Rotherham one. Yeah, little plastic. No, he turned up for one. You know, Jesus. All these bloody excuses like Canada, all that rubbish. You know, he's trying to fly off. No, but Darren turned up roughly when we were. You know, in some ways, we were competing. We were working hard. We were scoring goals. We looked hard to beat. We were getting a bit of luck, and just it all went tits up after December, and just never really kicked on. There's been a few seasons where we've started well and it petered off, and this is one of those. And yeah, I mean, look at the squad we had last year. Okay, we lost Dennis, but we should have been. The players have given as much effort as they should have done. We would have got promoted last season. with the team that we had. Okay, we can have the horrendous injury list that last season, but this season I was hoping for between 10 and 12th. 10th and 12th. If we got that, I'd say, okay, decent season. If we see some sort of progress in the way we play coming through, a couple of youngsters coming through as well, we know there's something to build on for the next season. And then all we got to do is add quality in there. And that's what obviously Ismail was trying to do. Sadly, it didn't work out for him. Yeah, in terms of the slump, it was probably the right move to move him on. The first time we've ever promoted from within is with Klebs. The last time we ever did that, first time on the pot says, the last time we ever did that was Daishi. And he didn't do too bad a run, to be fair, because he had no money. So where we finished was pretty much where we expected to finish under Daishi. So, you know, since then, I think if Daishi had a bit of more support, I think we would have done a bit more with him. But I do think they will back Klebs. Klebs knows what he's in for. He knows what the management structure is built around and how they operate. So there's no surprises like a lot of new head coaches and managers come in. So next season, you know, there's no nasty surprises for him. So, and like I say, with the contacts that he's got in the Premier League, especially at United, we can bring, like you said, players that are there to prove themselves, that are on the fringes, that are looking to break into the United team, or possibly let's take advantage of it. Like I said before, was it Company did it at Burnley? He brought in 3 or 4. I know Sunderland did a few as well. So yeah, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 10 for me. 4 out of 5. It sounds bloody good. 4 out of 10 for me for this season. It was shite in terms of results. The highlights: QPR and Rotherham at home. Obviously, I didn't go to many, but I think away, if I did go, I'd probably say something like Preston. But yeah, there wasn't many highlights, to be honest. But yeah. I mean, look, my main things were going to the our place. Things. I went at the beginning of the season. I went to the youth team ones, and I thought they were excellent. And they got to carry that on as well. That'll be brilliant. I can't wait for those next season. But yeah, 4 out of 10 for me, mate. Just oh, go on, Moobs, go on, and then I'll set the comments. I know you want to say something, mate. Go on. You sure?
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't want to completely go off because I knew I looked like you desperate to think. Oh, okay.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, you sure, mate? We'll go straight on moves. I'll come straight onto you about loser in a minute. But I'll throw out a few things. Right, Viz's disappointed for the neutral. That's from the 0-0s for the playoffs. 6 out of 10 moves from Crouch. I think there will be mostly loans coming in. Klebs hopefully has the contacts from Dan. Woody saying who's looking forward to playing the Scum home next season. Yeah, absolutely. Dan's also said big names at United. Oh, we said that crap enough. Yeah. Halsey, I hope we get big table at Security again next season. It's a rebuilding exercise. Woody, Tom will be lucky if he gets 10 million to spend on players. I think it will be free transfers and loan players. Halsey, review of the season. The QPR first game of the season was my highlight. My best mate, QPR fan from school days, was also pissed off. Quality, I think he supports Man City now, like many others. Yeah, we're all really deep down City fans, Matt, as you can see. Mr. Higgins, 3 down from Premier, up League One +3, losing out in the playoffs. We are at best 12th next season. And he's also said pathetic season. We will end up same position next season. Look, if it goes tits up, then Stuart's absolutely bang on. We all live in hope until the end of the season, don't we? But losing's coming back, mate. Moves. Do you think he's got a future with us? I mean, like I said, he did. A lot of them did tweet or put their thing on Instagram or X about how they favour it, and he said "boss" under the comments. So obviously they have some sort of relationship. Do you think he's in Kleb's plans next season?
I think he could be. I personally think he will. I actually think he'll come back. I wonder if Klebs will say, I want to have a sit down with you and have a chat instead of him buggering off on holiday. Actually get him in for a chinwag and say, look, there was times last season when he did come on and he did play how we wanted him to play. But, obviously it didn't work under Ismail. But yes, I think he still has a future with us. I actually thought when he left, I thought it was loaned to a permanent deal, but I'm guessing that they're not going to sign him on a permanent deal. But I certainly would have him back, because I actually think he could do wonders for us if we play him in the right position and playing the football that we want to play. He could easily come alive, and it will be like having a new signing all over again. But I just want this. I want him to lose like the arrogance, and like what you said, he was one of the very first people to say "well done" on social media to Clevs, which makes me think that there is something more to this. And I'm wondering if the Pozzos were going to sell him, and now Clevs has taken over. He's probably said, "No, don't sell him," because technically he's one player. Excuse me, that you could still get some money for. So, yeah, I think Loser will be back in the team next season, no matter what. I think there's a door opening for him. What type of system we're going to play, I don't know, but I think it will be a system where they can fit him into it and get him thriving.
Yeah, what do you reckon, Dino? Do you reckon, like Moob says, he's got a future under Clevs, or do you reckon he might make way? Oh, by the way, also sorry, Dino. We Are Watford on Twitter apparently said after long talks, Kylian Mbappe will not join Watford. Apparently, so your thoughts on that as well, Dino, in a minute. But yeah, sorry, mate, Loser. What do you reckon, mate? Sorry.
Oh shit, really? Oh dear, that's a shame.
I know.
No, I want him to piss off, big baby. I had enough of him. We ain't got room for babies. We need men in this team next season. I agree on Moves. I never doubt his technical ability. He should have been our best player last season. He should have been up there with Spridia, but he just don't like the rough stuff. I think he's a bit of a wimp, to be honest with you. And I'd honestly get whatever money we get for him. He disappointed me. You know, he had one good game against QPR, and that was about it. And then he's gone all whingy because, I don't know, if the manager's picked on him as saying. And to be honest with you, we don't need any more players like that. And I'm sick of it. We need to really, if Cleverley can get it out of him, like Moop said, get the player back, what we've had, by all means, absolutely keep him, put him in position he wants to play. Absolutely, by all means, but not at the moment if his attitude don't change. We don't need that around young players that is hopefully going to come in if he has got an attitude. We don't know if he has or not, so I can't say he has, but I'm kind of on the fence here of getting rid of him. But kind of like Moob said, if Cleverley can get the players, sit down with him, and he can give us 110%, I will get behind Loser. And he is a very, very good player. And like I said, he should be, like Moob said, he's a creative player that we had missing, and he went missing, unfortunately. So it's 50-50 at the moment. I'll tell him to piss off. But if Cleverley can get the best out of him, I'll keep him. But yeah, it's 50-50 with me on him, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Halsey said, glad to see Dino's interview is over. Yes, it's finished.
Yeah. He's Moroccan, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think Dino's just upset because he didn't pop over and visit him in jail when he went up.
Because it pays bail, wouldn't
it? To be honest, I can see exactly what Dino's saying. It's clear that he has a bag of talent. It's whether he can apply himself in the Championship on a classic wet night on Tuesday in Stoke. It's that kind of mentality. And I think he's been left wanting there. Now, if it does sound like him and Clevs have got something to work through, that'd be great, because, I mean, there's no doubt of his ability. It just comes down to his mindset, right? So that'd be interesting. I mean, I hadn't heard that bit of news, so it'd be interesting to see if he is coming back. But definitely on his day, a quality player, but somebody that you're, like Dino said, you know, we need a real right mindset, sort of 11 solid players starting. And I mean, looking at next season, what I did like the way Tom finished it, I think we ended up with 5 clean sheets under Tom. So he's certainly working stuff out from the back. So I think that's really encouraging. And if we can just keep on with that, Matt Pollock looks like an improved player under Tom. There's quite a few positives, right? But also, like you lads said, we've got to got to get somebody to stick it in the old onion bag at the top of the game. So we'll see. But interesting. Yeah. Well, what do you think then, Pidge, on the whole loser thing?
Well, personally, that's job one done, because I never end up with a clean sheet when I finish. But to be honest, that's a win-win straight away, isn't it? But yeah. So Terry said if and when. Stuart saying, is it in fact loser is coming back? Well, we don't know, because he could actually be sold. But if theoretically, if he does come back, then yeah, I still think he's got a part to play, mate. Like you said, you boys said, totally agree that no one doubts his quality. It's like you said, his mindset, his attitude. If he comes in with the right attitude, the right fitness, hits the ground running, then we've got, like Terry said, an international player on our hands who wants to be there. He obviously gets on with Cleverley. So like Moob said, if we get him in for a meeting, if he does, and pulls him aside and says, look, clean slate here, show us what you can do in pre-season. If I can see you're up for it and you really want to play for us, then you're more or less going to be starting most of the games. And it just throws a carrot in the way for him to sort of grasp upon, saying there it is. Mr. Power Jugs is on, evening, Sir Dunk. Halsey said, Pidge, we were talking about football and the clean sheets. So was I, mate. Come again. Right, Stuart saying bullshit, cannot wait to get away. He's probably going with Long Polly by the sounds of it. Terry Fish said I'd take Aaron Cresswell from West Ham. Yeah. He's released it into his contract. Cresswell, you got certainly worse players than Cresswell, mate. So I have to agree with Terry Pierce, because we're the only two Ramage God worshipping fans out there. So there we go. There's the reference. By the way, also here we go. Pride and Place, boys. The Ramage picture. There we are. Framed up and everything, mate. Here, I'll tell you, one for you, mate. When he does eventually turn up at the Vic, mate, I'll get that signed for you, fella. Right, okay. So, are you guys doing a Euro podcast? Woody, probably not, mate. If there's no, because I just want to rest during the season. It's going to be enough stressful watching fucking Maguire pull on an England shirt, let alone doing a podcast as well, mate. So yeah, I don't know what's more thing. Yeah, no, it's a great idea, mate. Thank you for asking. If I was really bothered, I would. But to be honest, mate, I'll just wait until August until we start these ones, because we're going to be starting all the podcasts up, all three of them up again. Anyway, absolutely, mate. Best post of the entire podcast as usual. Well, mate. I know you come up trumps with that one. Bingo. There we go. Woody. No, it's the Ramage bingo, isn't it? He's called it. He's obviously called the right time. So well done, Woody. And he's managed to spell bingo correctly. So well done, fella.
That's even better.
That's it. It's, like I say, stepping stones to the new season as well. So that's obviously another one. Halsey saying, would any of these well-known names want to come to Watford, though? Darren, mate, what's your thoughts on that? And where do you think these players are going to come from as well?
I reckon I do agree with the shout about the Man United links. I can see that. I think it'll be young lads who can't, like you guys were saying, can't necessarily get into the first team of one of the bigger clubs. Also, Klebs has got good contacts at Everton as well, so I wouldn't discount that. But I see it as being young loners, and I always say this is still always worth looking at the Scottish and League One and League Two markets. It shouldn't be turned down, right? Over the years, the likes of the Vardys, etc. There's quite a few. But that's what I see. I do agree. I don't think there's going to be a lot of money. I mean, obviously, if Asprey is sold, that they will get some good cash for that. But how much of that they will want to re-inject into the club? And again, I'm guessing there's still no news on that American investment stuff. I guess that's still gone completely quiet, right? Because that everything. So no loans more than anything. And then, as I say, it depends how they look at the. Well, it depends first of all what they get for Asprey and how much they actually get. I think it'll be pretty tidy sum. And then we've got another young Colombian kid coming through. So exciting times. But yeah, I see it being low markets and hopefully some little gems from some of the big clubs. Yeah. What about you, Dino?
Yeah, pretty much smaller clubs, loans. I like that Cresswell shout though. If he ran out of contract, I'd definitely take him at Watford. Very experienced defender, and it'd be excellent for us. And anyone to come at the right sum of money. But I dare say you'd probably be looking at clubs that have got promoted from our division, looking at that sort of player, aren't you? That can afford him. So it'd be nice to have him. But yeah, like Darren said, lower leagues. Loans, like Moves has said, maybe from United, like he said, some youngster that's on the verge of getting in the first team just needs some game time, which I wouldn't mind, hopefully get, be nice to get a couple. And like I said, I like Hayden Mullins, like me and Pitcher said, I'd love to get him from Wrexham. He is definitely the sort of boy we'd like up top and need. And probably, partnering with Rajovic or Bayu, I think he'd be a good partner with them too. Wouldn't he? That bit of fun.
The coach, mate, he used to play for West Ham, he's centre midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not Hayden Mullins, mate. Yeah.
Oh God! Oh bloody hell! Bloody Jesus!
Hayden Mullins.
What's his name? God, Wrexham striker.
No, I know what you mean, mate. I just thought I'd throw that in, mate.
Yeah,
was quality, though.
Yeah, well, him up top, bloody hell, I'm losing it, ain't I? Yeah. But I'd like him, yeah.
10 years ago, I'd definitely have Hayden Mullins, mate. 100%, mate. He's quality.
Yeah.
He was class. Yeah, go on, carry on, mate.
Yeah, just players like that, lower leagues. I don't know why we don't look in the lower leagues, like League One. And like Darren said, the Scottish League, that's really a realistic place where Watford's got to look at the moment and what we can afford. So, and like I said, look at the free transfer market. Always have a look at that list when it comes out. Might be a couple interesting ones there. You never know, do you? Who's out of contract? So, like Cresswell. So, it'd be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah. Darren, what do you reckon, mate?
I think it's Moobs next.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Moobs. Yeah, Darren, go again, mate. Let's leave him out. Let's leave John Cena out.
Everyone,
him anyway. Go on, Cena. What do you reckon, mate? Sorry, fella. Go on. No, just basically, where do you think these are coming from? Because like Stuart's saying, no bloody no, look at lower league players, don't want United, want a best.
I hate to say it, I think Woody's spelling has rubbed off on Stuart. Sorry, mate. I don't mean to be
probably the same room, isn't it?
Yeah, just savaged him there. I think we are. I think personally, I think we could get a couple of freebies. Some players that are out of contract. To be honest, Dunk, I think that guy will probably get a 12-month extension triggered. The fact they've gone up, I can't probably really see them breaking that team up. Shalabar, he's just too injury prone. I'm sorry.
He's getting slaughtered. He's absolutely getting slaughtered tonight.
Just for what? I just want to say, just quickly, I'm just going to come off something. Just for 1 week, it's not me getting assassinated on this. I'm enjoying this.
Where was old bloody John McClane there about 4 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Exactly.
His vest on. You're going to get absolutely torn to shreds if you put that on again, mate.
Yeah,
I had Freddie Mercury come back from the dead and all.
But he wants to break free, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, I'm on a serious note, where some of these players are coming from, I think we will have to look at the free transfer market. It will also depend what money Cleverley gets. And the one thing I'd like to see happen is that the money we didn't use in Ismail didn't want to bloody use. There's definitely a blue moon, mate.
It's the English Pep.
Yeah. The money Ismail didn't use in January, I'd like to think that the club have set that aside, and we'll say to him, you can have that, because I think that would help. And yeah, we're saying about Aspria going, we do want to see a respectable price. I think if it's less than 20 million, we've been mugged off, in a big old way. But you can bet your bottom dollar that the Pozzos will insert a sell-on clause.
Oh, 100%.
Like they do. So somewhere along the line we'll get a windfall. But yeah, I reckon it'll be No, Xavi Livermore will stay. Trust me, he will stay.
Yeah,
Tom
5-year deal.
Yeah,
Give him an Agakia contract. That'll really piss
Exactly.
people off.
I actually think Tom Ince will go, and I hate to say it, I think we've absolutely wasted him this season. I don't really know why we signed him in the end, to be honest, because he's barely kicked a ball.
He barely does it when he comes on, though, to be fair. But sorry, mate, go on.
No, that's fine. No, but I think I think you got to look at possibly the loan market. I think, but you've got to be careful because you can only have a certain amount of loans, and you can only have a certain amount in your match day squad as well. So there's going to be swings and roundabouts with that.
Yeah,
I've heard.
Is it Hemel Haaland?
Be available, mate. Jack
Yeah,
Grealish.
the Hemel Haaland, he's got. Well, I'm surprised we don't sign you, Moves, mate, because you've been banging them in left, right, and centre. The Hemel Haaland,
Exactly.
the White Heskey.
Yeah, indeed. I even had to finish on one leg again the other night because my leg almost went bang again. So
Jesus.
yeah, to say I can't do the job is an understatement because I can. Even for a 40-year-old. But yeah, it's going to be loans. I think free transfers. Cresswell, like we just said, Cresswell would be great, but just how much money is he on at West Ham? That's something that would have to be looked at because ideally, if you wanted someone of his caliber, you've got to try and persuade them to take a pay cut to come to us, which is the scenario that we're in. We can't go throwing the big money out anymore. Dunk, I think just in reply to your last post, yes, Halsey, you did nickname me that. So yeah, crying emoji, that is just unacceptable.
I nicknamed him the White Heskey myself, but I'll put myself
exactly. I'll go with that one, purely because of my hair. But yeah, you never know if Udinese go down, because I know there's all eyes. I think they're playing tomorrow night, so it's all eyes on them. If they go down, just don't be surprised if one or two players make a jump and come back to us, because they'll be like, well, playing in the Championship in England is a better standard than playing in Serie B.
Yeah.
So I just would not rule out someone going, or one or two of them going, you know what, can we go back to Watford? I don't know who it would be. I know Delafeu is pretty much knackered, so we wouldn't be able to get him back. But there's, no, I think Vardy. Stuart, I think Vardy's retiring. I think he's retiring. I'm not sure. But these are all going to cost money. Get Hassan back. Jesus Christ, I'd have him in a heartbeat. He didn't want to. I've got to be honest. I think he was one of the ones who didn't want to leave. I think he actually was sort of more annoyed that he had to go.
Yeah.
Because I think he was more settled at Watford, and it's clearly not working for him in Udinese. So, I'll bring him back straight away. That solves the left back issue. So,
well, the police turned up, Moves.
What's that?
The police turned up, mate.
There's all sorts going on out there, outside the house. I change rooms for 1 week, and then it all kicks off.
Jesus. Yeah, go on, mate.
But yeah, so Shalabar. Yeah, like I said, Shalabar. No, he's not. He's not the player he was. I'm sorry, he's just not that player anymore. So I don't think it would be worth him coming back to us. I think that would be. I think that'd be a waste. One or two from. What happened to that young lad that went from Derby to Udinese? Well, you never know. I believe he's still there. That guy. I think if he's still there, they could easily send him to us. That would actually be something I'd be quite pleased about, because we're playing Derby next season, so that'd be a good little test. Yeah. Oh, actually, Halsey, get ready, because as soon as the fixtures are out, we're organising a reunion up in Derby. Just hope it's not the opening weekend of the season. Got a bit of a problem already.
As well, I'm not letting Duncan get away with this. Oh, Dino's gone.
I think he's got technical issues.
Yeah, he's still using Turkish Wi-Fi. I've got. I'm not letting Duncan get away with this. Sorry, he says a serious Man City option for us could be Micah Richards. Sorry, Doug, you're getting done for that. He says, no, I meant Hamilton, Micah Hamilton could be. No. We're going with Micah Richards, mate. You can piss right off. You're not having that, mate. Sounds good to me, Moobsy. That was Etienne Kamara, was it not? He was Huddersfield. No, Michael Richards, mate. He's way too old, mate. He's retired. On that subject, you might as well get Roy Keane back in.
Exactly. Can you imagine him in our dressing room? Jesus Christ, there'd be World War III.
Got to do your jobs. And old Souness, who loves Pogba.
Turn up and tell him I'm the Hemel Haaland and see what he says.
There we go. Right. Okay. Yeah, the Turkish man probably be back on. So let him go. Yeah, Dunk says Nathaniel Shalabar again. He also said I don't see us investing almost anything. Pedro, Healy, Sarr, Hungbo, Cabs, William Chistakong was 45 million plus. Only 1.5 invested in Rajovic and Ince in free transfers. Don't see big fees coming this year. Obviously, Halsey says you should use your City contacts to get some loans in. And you want Shalabar back, Parajugs, really? That's from Mr. Crouch. Guards have taken Dino away. Time to be banged up. Turkey are 2 hours ahead. It's the way it is, mate. As Dino's mum told him, it's late and he's got to go to bed. I don't know, mate, 'cause you tucked him in the other week, so you should know, Woody. So, I live over the road from him, but you seem to get there quicker than I do. In my defence, Philip, I've never said it was the first choice, but he never said it was the last. That's the thing. Right, okay, let's get straight onto the segments, boys. You ready?
Yeah, mine's going to be very brief. So,
okay, is it going to be the beer of the week? Is it going to be Moves News? Oh, get ready.
well, I hope you were playing the bingo lottery because, yeah, even I didn't see that one coming. Yes, hello, people. It's me for the last time this season on your weekly roundups. You know, it's been quiet now. The season is pretty much over, but we have a congratulations to hand out because last Monday, Leverstock Green FC. Now, if you're wondering where Leverstock Green FC are, well, they're basically 5 minutes away from Hemel Town Football Club. That's basically it, really. Levy Green were involved in a playoff against FC Romania in the battle for promotion, and I'm absolutely delighted because I popped up there last Monday in the pouring rain. How the game went ahead, I'll never know because the pitch was completely unplayable. So much standing water on it, it was a complete joke. But I just want to say a huge congratulations to Leverstock Green because for the first time in their history, they have been promoted to step 4 of the non-league pyramid, which is an amazing achievement for a little club like Leverstock Green. They will be going up against a couple of local teams next season. So it's local derbies galore in non-league next season, especially in Hertfordshire. They will take on Kings Langley. And who was the other one? There's 2 of them. And Berkhamsted Town as well. So Levy Green will have those 2 derby games to look forward to. And we say big congratulations to them as well because they thoroughly deserved it. Running out 3-0 winners should have been a lot more. Probably would have been a lot more had the pitch not been completely unplayable. So, yes, that is pretty much it on the non-league front. But a quick little update on the women's front because I can now formally announce Ismail, well done, Dunk. I expect to see you down there next season. We can actually say that next season Watford women will have a new person in charge. After the other week, I had to I had to keep my mouth shut because it was nothing had been formally announced by the club. But I can safely say it, and as much as it pains me to say it, I wish him all the best. That Damon Lathrown will no longer be coming. Will no longer be in charge of Watford Women. He has decided to stay with Tom Cleverley in the first team set up with the men, and has relinquished all responsibilities with the women's team. But as Damo, you know, as I spoke to you the other week after the Reading game, we love you to bits, and we will miss you at Watford Women. But seriously, mate, we wish you all the best, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I know you'll grab it with both hands. So from all of us, we just say the biggest thank you for everything you've done. You came in at a time when it was like proper rough, and we didn't know what was going on, but you turned it round. Over 50 games in charge. Sit there. So yeah, honestly, mate, thank you so much, and we wish you all the best. We'll see you on a Saturday anyway on the terraces. So you're not gonna be leaving us that easily. But yeah, it'll be a summer of fun, I think, in the women for Watford Women, because who stays, who goes, and who comes in. It is going to be fun. So yes, as I say, for the last time this season. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I'd like to say, you know him more than me, and you know you've watched all the games. I've only been to like one or two, if that. But yeah, no, fair play, mate. I wish him all the best as well. You like to say you can't turn that opportunity down, but I bet he regrets. Well, not regrets, but I think he'd probably be as gutted as you guys to leave as well, mate. Especially to focus on that. And a further cheers as I enjoy my last 3 hours in my 50s. Hey, well done, Ozzy. Happy birthday, mate. Hopefully, he went out this weekend, so hopefully he's had a fantastic time. Yeah, too much information, Stan. But yeah, very good, mate. Cheers.
All good, Stan. All good, Stan, man.
Yeah, as you were, mate. Well on, Stan, mate. Legend. Yeah, Darren, I didn't see you drinking, mate. We need to find.
So I just run and grabbed a bottle of wine. So, like I was saying earlier, it's really stupid. It's for some reason they do Mother's Day this weekend in North America. So in Canada and the US, it's Mother's Day now. So we were out alone with my wife and daughter. I grabbed this bottle of red, and this is absolutely delicious. It's a Californian Cabernet Sauvignon called Josh, and if ever you see it in the UK, and you may, worth a grab. Really is. I'll turn it around the right way. Josh, there you go. So I didn't have a chance to get any beers today, but that's real nice red, which I'll probably be having later on because it's glorious here. It's about 28 degrees, and yesterday we had bloody forest fire smoke coming over from British Columbia. That's all cleared now. So after this, I'm going to go on a bike ride, then come back, and after a quick shower, have a nice cold beer, and then open that bottle of red. So to everyone, absolutely, to everyone, have a great summer, and here's to a new season. Cheers.
There you go. I got the jingle in.
You got it in. That's great.
Right, get your jingles out for the lads. Right. Okay. What? Halsey says, "Was Stan on the 0898 numbers again?" Yes, Ian. But I'm a tight arse. I'll reverse the charges. Okay. That just doesn't sound right, Stan. When I read it there. I mean, you answering them. Heard he likes a mouthful of Josh. That just sounds even worse, mate. Stan says, "Cheers, Darren." Would it, mate? That just doesn't sound right at all. Depends how old Josh is, mate.
Exactly.
Otherwise, someone's got to look at his hard drive. Right. Halsey said, "Nice one. Enjoy the vino, Darren." Cheers. That's from Halsey, your number one fan, mate.
Excellent. Cheers, Ian. Happy birthday, mate.
Oh, Stan also said correct. He said better than coming too early. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Josh, is that one of Darren's beers of the week? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. We don't know, mate. Ask Woody. I don't know who Josh is, but I think Josh is a happy man. Too many beers of the week.
Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we'll be taking a break and having a Kit Kat, and we'll see you back in August time. we coming back August time around pre-season, probably just the week before. We'll obviously come back with a verdict, Friday Night Live, and obviously Sunday. Probably won't do any midweek verdicts because of my work schedule, because it changes every single week. But we'll try and fit in as many of the shows as we can. Obviously, like we said, sometimes it's Sundays, one day in the month, one Sunday in the month I can't do because obviously I'm working late. It may be the case for one or two of the other shows, but apart from that, we'll try and get most of them done for you. We will be lining up some legends next season as well. I'm definitely going to get a part 2 of the David Oldsworth interview, so he wanted a part 2, so we'll try and get him and possibly Dean, but I'll keep you informed about that. But I will let you know. Obviously, the ultimate one, Mr. CR6, eventually will be on this thing, but that'll be a 3-hour loving. I'll probably get Terry on that as well, mate. Get 2 of his biggest ever fans on that one. I might nip down to Manchester to meet Moobsy as well. Absolutely, Halsey. Meet the legend, mate.
Yeah. I'll be there with my guitar playing Oasis songs. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, and maybe he's going to be the one that saves you, but
yeah, well, it'd be a Wonderwall if anything.
Oh Jesus, it's got supernova in the sky, isn't it? Right, boys and girls, we're going to go. The Turkish immigrant is gone in for his tea, I think, or his
he can't. He's just messaged. He can't get back on. It says he's connected, but can't get back on.
That's fine, mate. The Wi-Fi here around here anyway is either really, really good or really, really shite. So, that's absolutely fine, mate. Right, quickly, few things. Don't do the Poznan Moobsy. Stand down, have a great summer break. And he says, thanks for everything, lads. No, cheers, boys and girls. Just a massive shout out to you guys. At the end of the day, the fantastic Darren, Moobs, and Dino. And everyone else, Danny, Sir Dunk, Major Tom, and all the rest of you amazing people. I couldn't do it without you. You fellow fans, not fans, fellow fans, because I think the thing that fans of the show is just arrogant. I think it's fellow fans. You guys are absolutely frigging awesome. So thank you ever so much. You make it enjoyable for us to do it. So we'll come back in August, and just a massive thank you to each and one of you that who watch and contribute. You're absolutely amazing, every single one of you, as always. Thank you very, very much. And we really, really do mean that. And especially Woody. They are TMA and we're all Watford. Have a great summer, everyone. No, cheers, guys and girls. Thank you very much. For the last time this season, you've been beautiful. We've been TMA. It's good night from Harlan down there.
It's good night from the man from Canada.
And it's good night from the man himself, the Pidge. Have a great summer, folks.